This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Evening, and thank you so much for joining us on this Memorial Day. I'm Wendy Redmond.
And I'm Austin Reed. It is May the 26th. First at 6 o'clock tonight, Union Gap officers are on the hunt for a homicide suspect. They say yesterday afternoon they did a welfare check off of Cornell Avenue. That's when they say they found a woman and her dogs dead inside the home. They later identified the woman as 63-year-old Tina Parise. Again, this is being investigated as a homicide, so if you know anything about this, contact the Union Gap Police Department.
A Richland resident just got the maximum sentence possible for a case involving child sex abuse. After a social media tip, Southeast Regional Internet Crimes Against Children and the Benton County Prosecutor's Office say they executed a search warrant at the home of 26-year-old Ryan Lader. There, they found evidence of child sex abuse, with the investigation eventually leading to the identities of 2 other child victims in Oklahoma. He was sentenced to 7 years of incarceration, followed by 3 years of community custody. 2 people were taken to the hospital after a crash at an intersection in Benton County. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says this intersection is a known problem in the neighborhood. The crash happened at the intersection of East Riata Road and South Bermuda Road just after 8:30 this morning. The Sheriff's Office says one driver didn't stop at the stop sign on Bermuda and was hit by another car. Both cars ended up in the yards of homes. The Sheriff's Office says they are monitoring the area due to several traffic complaints and problems at that intersection. We'll keep you posted.
The busy holiday travel also interrupted on US 395 this afternoon. At least 2 vehicles, possibly more, crashed on 395 about a mile past the exit for 397 in Benton County. The Washington State Patrol on the scene trying to direct busy interstate traffic while helping several people spread out between vehicles. Injuries are unknown at this time. We'll keep you updated on this crash as well.
In Findlay, a vehicle found in a canal near South Oak Street and East Bowles Road led to the driver of a hit and run. This happened Sunday when deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office responded to reports of a man walking by homes claiming his vehicle may have gone into a canal. Officials say the man was arrested for hit and run after being found with wet pants and the key to the car in his pocket. He was also found to be the registered owner of the vehicle.
What a busy night weather-wise last night. We had thunder, we had lightning, rain as well.
It was quite the show, and I'm wondering if there are more shows in our future this week.
Let's check in with First Alert. Stacy Lee now. Stacy, what do you have for us?
The only show going on this afternoon has been the breezy and gusty winds, and we're still seeing that as we take a look into the Yakima Valley on our Bi-Mart Skycam. Kind of a shaky camera up there on the ridge. 74 degrees, sustained winds at 13 miles an hour. The feels like temp though 77. So other than the wind, it's not been too bad today, and we're seeing those strong gusty winds coming down in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Still pretty breezy here in the Columbia Basin as well, a little bit less in the foothills of the Blues, but yeah, no thunder, no lightning, all of that has wrapped up. We'll keep that right there. Our temperatures are mild this afternoon. We're in the 70s all through the region, 67 in Ellensburg. Planning your night out, temperatures looking good, staying pretty mild right on through 8 o'clock. By 10, 11, 12, somewhere in that time frame, that's when the winds will start to die down. Tomorrow is going to be gorgeous. The winds die down, lots of sunshine with temperatures sitting in that perfect spot right there in the low 80s. So winds decreasing overnight, warm and dry this week. We could potentially see our first 90-degree temperatures. We are tracking strong winds for Thursday. We might have a first alert weather day there for the Kittitas Valley, but overall, very nice weather all week long. Austin, Wendy.
Now to the very latest on several wildfires affecting people in counties across our viewing area.
So from Kittitas County, Franklin County, to several fires in Benton and Walla Walla counties, and even stretching into Umatilla County, fire crews have been quite busy.
And that they are. So let's take a look at some details right now. Now, these could change as we get more information. So remember, this is just preliminary at this point. The Patterson Slough Fire in Benton County burned more than 400 acres. It started Saturday night and was considered to be deactivated this morning by Incident Command. Right next to it, the Patterson Ridge Fire, also in Benton County, burning nearly 50 acres. Crews continue to monitor that one.
The Highway 730 fire northeast of Hermiston in Umatilla County burned about 150 acres, but with the heavy rains that moved through last night, it helped those fighting the fire. Fire crews are on the scene of a wildfire in Franklin County. This is on Miller Road and Curry Road. According to information from officials, the fire did burn at least one utility pole and damaged part of the power line. Workers were sent in to try and get things repaired.
There's also an active wildfire over in Klickitat County. They are calling this one the Wishram Fire. It started a little more than an hour ago. No acreage available just yet. The State Patrol and the Department of Natural Resources are also at the scene to monitor Highway 14, where a lot of smoke can be seen. We'll continue to keep you updated on our social media pages and through our website and here on air as well.
And Wendy, new at 6 now, a large brush fire threatened an area home today. Take a look at this one. Kittitas Valley Fire and Rescue say they were dispatched to the 200 block of Lyons Road this morning. When they got there, they say the flames were huge and threatening one home. Other agencies came to help due to the complexity and winds. Fortunately, they say they were able to bring the blaze under control, but tonight they remind everyone, do not burn outdoors when conditions are not favorable. Also, make sure you have a good defensible space to help protect your home in case of a wildfire. Well, new tonight, community members gathering in Kennewick today to honor the brave men and women who gave their lives for our country. Desert Lawn Memorial Park hosted a powerful Memorial Day ceremony, one filled with emotion, remembrance, and pride.
The sound of salutes and applause filled the air, a solemn tribute to thousands of local veterans laid to rest, not only here but across the nation. The ceremony included 2 skydivers who soared overhead, symbolizing the spirit of freedom those honored helped to protect. For Marine Corps veteran Chuck Forrester, the day is deeply personal, a time to honor and reflect on the sacrifices made.
You know, these people went off, they had a job to do. They accomplished that or helped to accomplish that, and in the midst, they didn't return. They didn't get to see their children. Their parents didn't get to see them again, or, you know, other family members. So this is an important day where we get a chance to remember those that went off and did not come back.
Very important indeed. Forrester's father served in World War II, and his service inspired Chuck to join the military himself. While he didn't lose immediate family in combat, Forrester says he lost more than 100 brothers in Beirut. And for him, today is about honoring them.
Over in Yakima County, take a look at this service from the Yakima Nation Warriors. Memorial Day activities started with a flag-raising ceremony at the Warriors Building in Wapato. There was another event at 11 a.m. at the Reservation Cemetery on West Wapato Road. The day ended with a gathering at the Wolf Den. Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, is just getting started. Our Dan Hansen's exclusive report.
World War II history with roots in the Tri-Cities is getting a second life.
We'll have that story and more Memorial Day coverage for you.
Today, the president marked Memorial Day with a wreath laying at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, a tradition that goes back almost a century. I'm Christiane Cordero in Washington with the story coming up.
And we'll check back in with Stacy, who's looking at temperatures that are getting close to that century mark. Find out when we come back.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get 2.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
What does it mean to be here for good? It means being here for the artists who dream, the shop owner who knows your order by heart, and the mentors who leave a lasting impact. Here for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game and big comeback stories. Here for the long haul from Omak to Sandpoint to Baker City. Here for your family, your neighbors, for you. STCU. Here for good.
I love the fact my wife is taller than me. We are very different people physically. She's taller. We're also different races.
Here comes Brad Williams.
I'm in a mixed race marriage, mixed race relationship. My wife is half Chinese. I'm half.
Growth Spurt Tour.
Some of you got that joke. Okay, some of you got it. Some of you are just staring at me like, what's the other half? And I'm like,
Friday, October 10th, Legends Casino Hotel. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Brad Williams. Friday, October 10th, Legends Casino Hotel.
Triple play! Triple play!
wow! Rob even makes two-pointers look cool.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Triple play!
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, a round of pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Tough.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
Honoring men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice.
Welcome back, everybody. A piece of World War II history with deep roots in the Tri-Cities is getting a second life.
In an Apple Valley News Now exclusive, our Dan Hansen says it's all thanks to the determination of a local bookstore owner, the family of a late author, and a wealth of newly uncovered research.
Back in 1944, enthusiasm for buying war bonds at Hanford was running low. Tens of thousands had moved to the windswept, dusty plains of eastern Washington, working on a top-secret World War II project so classified they didn't even know what they were building. But they did know one thing, and they were asked to sacrifice, again, this time from their paychecks.
A group of people came up with the idea of, let's buy a plane. Right? How do we get people to be emotionally invested in a fundraising drive? Right? You have to have something physical, something concrete.
And so they did. More than 44,000 Hanford workers pooled their wages to raise $300,000, enough to buy a B-17 Flying Fortress. On July 23, 1944, they gathered to christen the aircraft Day's Pay before it was flown to Europe.
A way for Hanford workers to more directly contribute to the war effort in a more personal way.
Now, more than 80 years later, the legacy of that sacrifice is taking flight once again.
If you don't pass them on, they get forgotten. And I'm hearing that quite a bit more lately as I age. And so I'm trying to pass that on to my children.
Spencer Houck's father was a patrolman at Hanford, and one of many who gave up his day's pay for that bomber. Houck says stories like his dad's are powerful and worth preserving. And so does Steve Wilfolk, owner of Xenophile Bibliopole bookstore in Richland.
I started looking for it because it's part of my heritage. My grandfather would have been one of those people who kicked the money in.
He's talking about the book Day's Pay, originally written in 1992 by the late Charles McCarter. Only 170 copies were ever printed. The story was nearly lost until now. Woolfolk tracked down McCarter's family in Montana, and with their blessing, he's bringing the book back to life. This new edition isn't just a reprint. It's nearly double the original, with new research and updated crew details, a symbol of Richland's aviation legacy. The expanded book includes 120 pages, a color photo section, and a foreword by historian Don Sorensen, priced at just $20. Woolfolk says the goal is to keep it accessible for everyone. And that legacy isn't just in the pages. It's in pieces of history now on display at the Pasco Aviation Museum. Items donated by the family of Dwayne Weiniger, the pilot who flew the Day's Pay, including his headset, goggles, and even an old aircraft gauge. The plane itself, long since decommissioned and destroyed, but the spirit of the Day's Pay is still alive, especially in the moments of national need.
After 9/11, Richland came together and did a similar, Tri-Cities came together and did a similar campaign and bought a fire truck for New York City. And smartly, right, the organizers of that looked back to history and said, this is another national emergency that we can rise. We can crowdfund, right, real significant help.
And today that spirit echoes in places all around us, from a mural outside of Richland High School to the badge worn by the Richland Police Department. Gone, maybe, but never forgotten. Reporting in Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
What an interesting story there. Woolfolk says the book is available for pre-order and hopes to have the printing completed soon.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's get into our final week of May and that weather forecast. You can see those trees moving and the windmills moving. We've had a pretty breezy afternoon. Not as much as excitement as we had yesterday with thunder and lightning. 77 degrees. Our feels like temp is 77, but sustained wind gusts at 19 miles an hour. So it's blowing a little bit harder than that. Looking around the region, of course, our windiest area this evening is the Ellensburg and the Kittitas Valley area, as well as the Columbia River Gorge near the Dells. It's also pretty breezy there this evening. Some of our biggest wind gusts are, all through the area, mainly in the Kittitas Valley, but all through the region. Good news is by about 11 o'clock tonight, we'll start to see things calming down, and we'll take a look at Futurecast here. It's picking up those winds, pretty breezy till about midnight. Then things start to mellow out here in the Columbia Basin and eventually in the Ellensburg area as well. Starting your day tomorrow, winds are going to be nice and calm. It's going to be a much better day tomorrow outside as far as the wind goes, so that'll help as we are starting to get into fire season, and we saw a lot of that over the weekend. Here's those cloudy skies. They're mainly staying out on the coast. We have a few clouds kind of drifting over to our neck of the woods, but dry. More than likely, dry conditions persist. Any rain is heading up north, keeping our area dry with a nice ridge of high pressure building in over the next couple of days, which means sunshine and warmer temps. Tonight, pretty mild through the region. Almost everybody in the 40s and 50s. 50 at Hanford and Walla Walla, 47 Pendleton, Tri-Cities, and Yakima. So nice mellow evening. But look at this. We're going to see a big bump in our weather and temperatures on Wednesday, where we see a 10-degree increase in Yakima, potentially our first 90-degree day. We kind of thought we would hit it this weekend. Didn't quite get there. We topped out at 89 degrees yesterday in the Tri-Cities. Look at Saturday, though. We're seeing temperatures way up above the middle 90s into the weekend. There's going to be a bump of warm weather, and then you see it gradually drop off Sunday and Monday. Here's what it looks like for the next 7 days. So we're looking for a potential first 90-degree day here. We have a windy day on Thursday through the area, and then don't forget, June 1st starts on Sunday. So say goodbye to May, the final days of that. Yakima also looking at potentially 90 degrees on Wednesday with temperatures staying nice and warm. A nice warm day also on Saturday. Here's Ellensburg, gusty to breezy winds, and that's where we're going to see a first alert weather day on Thursday with gusts up to 60 miles an hour. So be prepared for that. 10% chance of rain, very slight there. In Walla Walla, we've got temperatures in the 80s and 90s. 94 on Saturday, but that first 90-degree day potentially on Wednesday. And once again, look for those gusty and breezy winds all through the area on Thursday with a very slight chance of rain. So active weather. Tomorrow, though, is going to be probably the best day of this whole week, although it gets pretty hot, and I don't mind 90 degrees.
No, neither do I.
In the AC.
There's that one little caveat.
There is that.
Yeah. No, I just need to have sunscreen on.
There you go.
And then I don't mind it. I like the warmth,
Take
but
a
my
dip
skin,
in the pool. Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Yeah, not so much. All right, thank you, Stacy.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready yet, but I run hot, as we all know.
Time to get ready.
I know. Still ahead on the news at 6, with lava fountains reaching over 800 feet, we'll tell you what volcano is seeing some of its tallest episodes of eruption so far.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher.
Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for 120 years. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. We believe in giving back, proudly supporting local events and organizations that make a difference where we all live and work. With 10 local branch locations, we're committed to our communities and keeping your money secure. Experience the difference. Call, click, or come by and make the switch today.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Discover the joy of music with a new Yamaha piano from Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, where elegance meets opportunity. For a limited time, enjoy 24 months of 0% financing on qualified new Yamaha pianos. From timeless grands to cutting-edge digitals, Yamaha delivers beauty, precision, and playability. Visit Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos in the Uptown Shopping Center in Richland, or call 509-567-3113. Life's more fun when you know how to play.
To keep your home cool and comfortable all summer, your air conditioner needs maintenance this spring. Vance will inspect, test, and clean your AC so it's ready for hot weather. We'll leave your AC in better condition than we found it, and you'll be happy. Call now to schedule your maintenance appointment. It's the thing to do every spring. Don't take a chance. Call Vance.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Time to check this out. Lava was visible spouting inside the Kilauea volcano on the Big Island of Hawaii yesterday. Take a look at this. The volcano has erupted sporadically since December, with this being episode 22. The eruption remains in the crater, but wind conditions could make volcanic gas or VOG visible to homes nearby. Lava fountains reached at 800 to 1,000 feet, making one of the tallest episodes of the eruption. Wow.
Also in Caught on Camera, dramatic video showing a Penske box truck exploding in suburban Chicago over Memorial Day weekend. Wow.
Oh.
A home security camera caught that blast. One neighbor thought the fireworks were starting a little early, But it was a lot more than that, as you just saw. The driver suffered only minor injuries. Good news there. He was walking next to the truck when first responders pulled up. No one else was hurt. The Saturday morning blast also damaged 4 homes, leaving a debris field stretching a block or 2. Authorities determined it was an accident, likely caused by a leaking propane tank being hauled in the truck.
Goodness.
Everyone else is signing off, but we are just getting started with the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m.
Much more stories you have yet to see. Plus, Stacy is coming back with your first alert weather. Take a look at this, Austin. Beautiful shot from Pasco.
Yeah, not bad. No rain as of right now.
That's good. That's always a plus. Will rain be on the way, though? We'll check in with Stacy when we come back. And don't forget our new weather app. Just scan that QR code right there on your screen.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little. To feel the sun on your face. And to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs. To treat yourself. And test out your lungs. It's time to get away. To the place that's not so far away. Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
At Prosser Memorial Health, we believe in providing expert care close to home. That's why we're proud to offer urology services with Dr. Joshua Spinlove, a board-certified urologist at Prosser Urology Center. From prostate health to kidney stone treatment, Dr. Spinlove brings over a decade of experience and advanced personalized care to serve patients throughout the region. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Spinlove, call the Prosser Urology Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at. From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Remodel your bathroom with limited time savings this Memorial Day. Get $3,000 off a complete remodel or $1,500 off a tub or shower update, plus special financing offers. Call or visit rebath.com/savings to get started.
Get ready, Walla Walla. The sweetest season is here. Join us at the ballpark as the Walla Walla Sweets hit the field for another unforgettable season. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for a fun night out, there's something for everyone at a Walla Walla Sweets game. Grab your peanuts, popcorn, and Lucky Cap, because this season the Walla Walla Sweets are bringing the thrill of baseball right to your backyard. Don't miss out on the excitement. Get your tickets now and be part of the Walla Walla Sweets experience. Let's play ball.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Apple Valley News Now is Yakima.
Apple Valley News Now is Pendleton.
Apple Valley News Now is Tri-Cities.
Our broadcast center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
We are on your side.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30, will the Rite Aid in Kennewick be closing for good? We have the answers you need.
Plus, more Memorial Day coverage from around our region. We have you covered as the news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
And welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. And of course, it is Memorial Day, a somber day at that.
Yes, to remember all of those who gave their lives for our freedom. And so, you know, it's just a very important day to get out there and remember. Yeah. And I know the team's wearing red, white, and blue. I have my poppies on today. And, you know, I'm glad that the weather held out, because sometimes, you know, if it rains on Memorial Day, that can really put a damper on some of these services. Right. But it was pretty nice.
So far, so good. Will that be the story, though, the rest of the week? Stacy Lee joining us now in our First Alert Weather Center.
That's right. We'll take a look at all of our sky cams all at once, because why not? We can. And you can see we've got windmills moving. We've had some bouncing cameras, but overall, all through the area, it's been a fairly nice day, just a little on the windy side. That storm that came through, that was come and gone quickly last night, but thunder and lightning started some fires around the region. We're not going to be seeing any of that going forward. However, we are going to be dealing with these gusty winds tonight till about midnight or so, and then things will start to quiet down. A little bit later in the week, we're going to have a First Alert weather day for the Kittitas Valley, because once again, we'll see some very strong gusty winds there. Temperatures have been pretty mild. They're nice this evening. Again, 70s, great barbecuing weather, so do enjoy your barbecue this evening. Temperatures are going to hold out from the 50s and 60s and 70s at 8, and then by 10 o'clock we'll be down in the 50s and 60s. So a very pleasant day. Tomorrow, even better. Lots of sunshine. Those winds that we've been dealing with, they're gone, and we'll see temperatures in the lower 80s. So what to expect? Decreasing winds, warm and dry this week. We are going to see those winds really kick in on Thursday. Overall nice, and our first chance at seeing 90 degrees all through the region. That's coming up as well. I'll break that all down for you coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacy. In Richland, Memorial Day was marked with food, flags, and a heartfelt tribute to America's fallen heroes.
Yeah, new at 6:30, Apple Valley News Now's William Albert has more.
More than 1,000 American flags lined Sunset Garden Cemetery in Richland today, a powerful sight honoring those that gave their lives in service. The event, hosted by Sunset Gardens and Enan's Funeral Home, ran from 11 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon and included face painting, live music, and free hot dogs for all who came out. But the focus of the day was remembrance.
It's a time that we can pay tribute to all of the members of all the armed forces that are no longer here with us. We do have flags that fly in the cemetery, and each of them represents a military member that has passed.
That tradition starts early, with volunteers arriving before the sunrise to place the flags.
We start raising those at 5 in the morning. There's a volunteer from the LDS Ward Church that comes over, and they help to raise all of the flags with us each year. There's about 80 to 100 volunteers that come out and help us to place them up every year.
After the service, many families choose to keep their loved one's legacy alive by donating flags to the cemetery's Avenue of Flags.
After the service is completed, the family donates the flag back to Sunset Memorial Gardens. There's a small donation towards the Avenue of Flags that the family pays, but that's just for the pole and the upkeep of the flag throughout the years.
Smith says tributes mean a lot to everyone involved, from the staff to the families who return year after year.
It's kind of a neat way to just pay tributes to people who've given their lives for our country.
And year after year, the event continues to grow, not just in flags, but in lives touched. In Richland, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, William, thank you for that. A total of 1,179 flags were flown at Sunset Gardens today, the most in the event's history. Organizers say it was also the highest level of community participation they have ever seen. Wendy.
New at 6:30, in Pasco, a special ceremony for the lives lost. The primary Memorial Day event was a ceremony at City View Cemetery at 11 o'clock this morning. This event honors those who have died in service to the United States and it was open to the public. The ceremony included remarks by Mayor Pete Serrano, Mayor Pro Tem David Milne, and Sergeant Major Walter Castilleja Jr., as well as contributions from the American Legion Post 34 Honor Guard and the Tri-Cities Composite Squadron of the Civil Air Patrol.
Over to Yakima now. With recent cuts from the federal government tonight, one local organization is sounding the alarm. That is Safe Yakima Valley. The Yakima-based nonprofit organization is dedicated to improving and safeguarding the community, especially youth. That's through outreach, education, and special events. They say they strive to highlight what's best about the Yakima Valley and keep people safe when it comes to drugs and alcohol abuse.
Whether it's Yakima County, Benton County, Franklin County, Grant County, this administration's quote-unquote skinny budget pretty much eliminates prevention funding moving forward. And so we are asking constituents to reach out to Senators Murray and Cantwell and Congressman Newhouse.
Of the treatment and prevention bucket, they say prevention only gets 3% of that bucket. Tobin is also concerned about Governor Ferguson's cuts with the latest legislative budget. She says future grant opportunities are also now uncertain. New tonight, in both Washington and Oregon, there are only a handful of 24-hour pharmacies.
In our viewing area, which includes the Yakima Valley, Tri-Cities, and Northeast Oregon, there's only one 24-hour pharmacy.
And that is the Rite Aid in Kennewick, right off of 395. But with Rite Aid filing for bankruptcy and closing many stores all across the country or flat out selling them, that is impacting our store. But tonight, we have an answer. Officials say CVS has purchased the Kennewick Rite Aid, and you'll most likely see the new signs within the next couple of months. But will it stay open around the clock? That is still unknown. And one customer is hoping the new CVS store here will continue operating 24/7.
That's something that is very rare around here, except for the Rite Aids. So that would be a good thing to keep that. It's important to have pharmacies close by for me to get my prescriptions and my family to get their prescriptions. It's less than halfway across town for me, so it's definitely convenient.
We reached out to CVS Corporate, who told us, quote, "We're working closely with Rite Aid on plans to ensure that the transition will be seamless for patients and customers, and access to pharmacy care is not interrupted. Once the sale is finalized, we look forward to welcoming Rite Aid colleagues who are interested in applying to join the CVS team," end quote. Well, U.S. air travel has witnessed a bumpy start to 2025 with safety incidents, deadly accidents, and an air traffic control meltdown that is expediting plans for an overhaul of the system.
Although summer is usually a boom time for airlines, this year could look different. Ivan Rodriguez reports on what travelers can expect this season.
Memorial Day is widely considered the unofficial start to summer, and for airports across the country, it's also the beginning of the summer travel season. For many passengers, this will be the first holiday they'll need to make sure they have their real ID. Less than a month ago, many were scrambling to get their real IDs in anticipation of the May 7th deadline. For those who already had one, it didn't hurt to make sure.
I already did have it, but on the other hand, last night I looked at my license, I double-checked, I triple-checked, just to make sure.
I read up about it and said that it could take the gold or the black star, and then the other thing is I know I always have my passport.
While 81% of travelers were real ID compliant by the deadline, according to the Department of Homeland Security, some states have much lower compliance rates. Those who don't have one might end up jumping through more hoops at the airport.
It just means that it's going to take a lot longer to go through the security process, as they need an extra step in verification when you don't have that real ID.
To start the year, airlines projected strong growth. Since then, one issue after another cut into passenger demand and fed into worries over safety. But flyers aren't staying away because of safety concerns alone. It's paired with worries about the broader economy. An April survey from the nonprofit The Conference Board reveals Americans intending to fly in the next 6 months dropped 12.5% from January to April. For many who are traveling, they're ready for any delays or cancellations that may come their way.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes for sure.
In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
The Federal Aviation Administration is expecting the busiest summer in 15 years. Still ahead on the news at 6:30, we'll take you to a century-old tradition, this at Arlington National Cemetery.
You won't want to miss it, and you won't want to miss Stacy's full first alert weather forecast when we come back.
Honoring men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice.
It's the Jayco Summer Escape event at Broadmoor RV, June 6th through the 8th. Our biggest sale of the year is here, like the J-Flight SLX 170 BHW, just $15,990, or the spacious SLX 260 BHW for only $23,990. Family owned and family focused, we're here to help you go make memories in a brand new Jayco RV, only at Broadmoor RV, June 6th through the 8th. Don't miss it.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Celebrate Walla Walla is back June 19th through 21st. 3 days of world-class wine. Tour vineyards with winemakers, expand your palate, and don't miss the block party. This is Walla Walla Valley at its finest. Tickets are on sale now. Secure yours today.
Win and save with double lucky number Tuesday at Bi-Mart. Just by matching your ending number, you can win a 5-gallon Storeware storage tote. Plus save with Tuesday only pricing. Win and save with 70th anniversary double lucky number Tuesday at Bi-Mart.
This is the place where Stanley Cup dreams come true.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health Spine Center. Visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
To keep your home cool and comfortable all summer, your air conditioner needs maintenance this spring. Vance will inspect, test, and clean your AC so it's ready for hot weather. Don't take a chance. Call Vance.
It's the 3-degree guarantee from Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather and Legends Casino Hotel. When Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth gets the high within 3 degrees, $25 is put in the jackpot. If he misses, someone wins. From Legends Casino Hotel and Apple Valley News Now.
There's work in you. And then there's Chill U. Chill U is more carefree and curious, more present, more relaxed, more fun. Chill U is the best you. There you are. Bring back your Chill U with an escape to Coeur d'Alene, the city by the lake. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
In our nation's capital, Memorial Day was marked with a wreath laying at the tomb of the unknown soldier, followed by President Trump's remarks to Gold Star families.
ABC's Christiane Cordero has this story from Washington.
The president today paused to pay respects to fallen service members, briefly criticized his predecessor, and touted a big celebration next month in Washington. It's a tradition that goes back almost a century. The president places a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Today, President Trump, alongside Vice President J.D. Vance and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth at that memorial in Arlington. Saluting to taps in honor of all service members lost, then joining a crowd of supporters and Gold Star families to thank them directly.
For the families of the fallen, you feel the absence of your heroes every day. In the familiar laugh no longer heard, the empty space at Sunday dinner, or the want of a hug or a pat on the back that will never come again.
The president lauded the military service and sacrifice before touting his own accomplishments.
Their valor gave us the freest, greatest, and most noble republic ever to exist on the face of the earth. A republic that I am fixing after a long and hard 4 years. That was a hard 4 years we went through.
In a social media post this morning, Trump wrote Happy Memorial Day to all, including what he called the, quote, scum of the previous administration. It comes ahead of a big celebration planned in Washington, a military parade to mark 250 years of the U.S. Army. The event, June 14th, on Trump's birthday.
As you know, 250 years. In some ways, I'm glad I missed that second term where it was, because I wouldn't be your president. For that most important of all, in addition, we have the World Cup and we have the Olympics. Can you imagine? I missed that 4 years, and now look what I have. I have everything. Amazing the way things work out.
After the event, the president spent the rest of the day playing golf at the Trump National Course in Virginia. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And a live look outside our Legends Casino Skycam in Richland. I was down on the boat yesterday right around this area. It was beautiful. Nice day for most of it. And then we had the thunder and lightning come on through. Today we've been dealing with strong gusty winds. Winds are sustained right now 19 miles an hour. Humidity at 24%, 77 degrees. So a fairly nice afternoon, but the gusty winds continue, especially in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley tonight. And we'll start to see those winds decrease right about 11 o'clock. Here's wind totals are what we're expecting or what we've had on and off around the area and continuing into the evening until about 11 o'clock. That's when we'll start to see a little bit of a break. Here's what it looks like at 9, still breezy and blustery, especially in the Ellensburg area. Then by about midnight, so this is when things start to kind of calm down. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, looking much better, and the winds will stay nice and light tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day. Nice temperatures out there, no winds to deal with, maybe a few clouds here and there, but overall not bad. We're not expecting any rain, even in the Cascades. We were seeing a few of those light showers in the upper elevations. Moving forward, we have a ridge of high pressure that's going to start moving in over the Pacific Northwest. That'll keep us calm, dry, and warm. For tonight, temperatures in the 40s and 50s, as you can see, so pretty pleasant and mild outside this evening. We have a big warming trend on the way, potentially first 90s for Yakima on Wednesday. We didn't quite hit it over the weekend. 93, another hot spot on the weekend. Look for a very nice warm up. In the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, we could see 96 degrees. But again, our first potential 90-degree day coming up on Wednesday all through the region. So a good chance of seeing that happen. 7-day planner, there's your hot day. Here's our windy conditions kicking up on Thursday. Temperatures warm heading into the weekend, June 1st on Sunday. In Yakima, you'll have a slight chance of a stray shower, about 10% chance at this point, looking at those gusty winds and those 90-degree temps on Wednesday. Here's what it looks like in Ellensburg, where we'll see possibly our first 90-degree day there on Saturday. And we're calling for a first alert weather day on Thursday. We'll see winds anywhere from 60 to 65 miles an hour in the Yakima, or excuse me, the Ellensburg and Kittitas Valley areas. Walla Walla looking for their hot day on Wednesday, and then again on Saturday. Breezy winds picking up for us on Thursday. And for Hermiston, we're going to see mostly clear skies. Not a bad forecast. The wind's dying down, but yeah, that warm. If 90 degrees isn't your jam, you're not going to be liking Wednesday, but you're going to love tomorrow, 70s and 80s. So yeah, look at Austin. You'll be fine.
I'm just going to stay in the AC.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Stacey. Appreciate it. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30, we're going to have a recap of the Yakima Valley Comedy Festival. Plus, if you like origami and planes,
then you may already know this. It is National Paper Plane Day. We're back to share what's trending.
The magic continues when Alice steps into the $185,000 prize land at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Join in the madness with $16,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday, and a chance to multiply your prize up to $4,000 cash. Rack up entries with a multiplier on Mondays, and hurry, don't be late for a very important grand prize day. May 31st, 4 winners and someone wins $20,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
You don't need to drop a ton of cash to make your home look like $1 million. You just need to hit up the extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Shop top brands like La-Z-Boy, FlexSteel, Borkholder Amish, and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score doorbuster deals before they're gone, and with 60 months no interest, it's easy to refresh any or every room in your home. Amazing selection, quality designs, stylish looks. But hurry, the extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected, which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else. Ironic. Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam.
Ugh, and I'm already late.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
1 in 5 Americans get skin cancer by 70. However, when detected early, the 5-year survival rate is 99%. More at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Skin cancer prevention and screening available at Prosser Memorial Health. Visit prosserhealth.org.
I'm not going to do anything flashy to announce my munchies under $4. The items you crave, like tiny tacos or French toast sticks for less than $4. But I will do something explosive. At Jack, every bite's a big deal. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
The Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Club. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Time for What's Trending. You know, some people like to fly kites on Memorial Day. Others prefer their flying machines in another form.
Okay, so this is their day. It is National Paper Airplane Day.
That's right. People have been making them since at least 1909. Some people think that they were doing it as much as 2,000 years ago in China.
My goodness, well, the largest paper airplane was created in Germany in 2013, had a wingspan of almost 60 feet, and Joe Ayoub holds the record for longest distance a paper airplane flew at 226 feet. Well, the winners of what has been described as the world's most dangerous race are celebrating their victories.
Okay, take a look at competitors falling down an absurdly steep hill participating in the Cooper's Hill cheese rolling competition. This is in England.
That's right. To win, participants go on a 200-yard dash down a grassy hill running after a wheel of double Gloucester cheese. And yeah, it's as ridiculous as it sounds, but it's tradition that dates back to the 1800s.
Well, on Saturday, I helped judge the first ever Yakima Valley Comedy Festival at the 4th Street Theater in downtown Yakima.
That's right. 16 comedians tried to make the audience laugh, and as for the best...
The winner of the Yakima Valley Comedy Festival goes to... Hippie Bee!
He looks excited, right? That's Brandon Medina, a.k.a. PB, from Brewster, Washington. He came in first place. Hundreds of people turned out, though.
And I do have to say, all of them were quite good. The festival plans to continue again next year.
Now, what were your criteria on the judging? Can you say, like, funniest or?
Yeah, good stage presence.
Okay.
You know, good kind of
like flow.
Flow, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So it was a great time. It really was.
It looked hilarious.
Yes, it was fun. A lot of dangerous jokes. I'll just go with that.
Not for TV.
Not for TV, that's for sure. Final weather when we come back. Stay with us, everybody.
The highly anticipated Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel is now open and taking reservations, offering massage therapy, body treatments, manicures, pedicures, facials, saunas, and more. Plus, the only spa facility to offer wet and dry wellness pods in the entire Northwest. Call the Sage Spa at Legends now to make your reservation for the ultimate relaxation experience.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports, and your day becomes better, and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and, you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Fred's Appliance is veteran-founded and family-owned locally since 1962. Come check out what's in stock and on sale this Memorial Day, like the GE 2-in-1 washer and dryer. Save $700 on this unique and innovative appliance. Seamlessly wash and dry large loads without the need to transfer clothes between machines. Get added value with a free riser at the time of purchase. This exclusive Fred's Appliance offer won't last long. At Fred's, we have thousands of items in stock, making us the most convenient choice.
Did you know Tri-City Lumber Company isn't just for contractors? We're your local source for decking, railing, hardware, and more, open to everyone. For over 30 years, DIYers and homeowners have trusted us for quality materials and expert one-on-one advice. Now, under new ownership, we're making it even easier to shop local and build better. Skip the big box stores. Visit Tri-City Lumber today on Clearwater and Kennewick, or call us at 509-783-3322 today.
70th anniversary savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Stop in, pick up a book, and our employee owners are here to help you save. Pepsi brand 12 packs are buy two, get two free. Save $5 on World Kitchen Jerky. MD 8-roll bath tissue is just $5.99. Bagged Nutrinuggets dry dog food is $5 off. And save with our Memorial Day paint sale. Save up to $10 per gallon with our digital rebates. Save through June 2nd with open house savings at Bi-Mart since 1955.
Honoring men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice.
And welcome back. Beautiful photo from our good friend Dee. Dee, I appreciate your love of riding your bike and your love of taking beautiful photographs. That is a field of peas. So thank you for that. The QR code on top of your screen, that's the easiest way to get your photo on TV. All thanks to our friends at Lifetime Dental. Real quick, let's take a look at your day tomorrow. It's going to be lovely. Tomorrow is the day. It's going to be sunny, no wind. It's going to be gorgeous.
The day tomorrow, right when everybody has to go back to work.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll take what we can get, right?
There you go.
All right. That'll do it for us. Thanks for joining us.
Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.